on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon. I got a real short one for you today, quick hit. I do have a press conference from Gase, but it was only a few minutes long, so that's short as well. And I got just a couple things to tell you. One, some cool, interesting news. Obviously, you know, it happens every year, but it's throwback jersey time, so that's awesome. Actually, for the next two games, the next two straight games. So the Buffalo Bills game at home and the Patriots game at home, which we are going to win both of, god damn it, and you know, propel ourselves towards the playoffs. We're definitely making the playoffs, guys. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Got to stay strong, got to stay confident, got to back this team, man. I think we can do it. It's going to be tough. There are scenarios in which we could win, you know, 4 of the next 5, make it to 9-7, and, you know, still make the playoffs. Obviously, we got to have some things go our way with some of the other games, but it is still definitely possible. Obviously, our best bet would be to just win outright. I'd say, you know, aside from obviously the Patriots game, the Vikings game is probably going to be the toughest. Although, you know, clearly Tom Brady is, you know, currently 7-9, coming down to, you know, Miami to play us. We beat them last year. We always play them well. You know, we play much better at home, obviously, and we always play them well at home. So I think we're going to beat the Patriots, you know, in a week from Sunday, and I think we can beat the Vikings, man. I think we can do it, you know, but we'll have to see. So I definitely think, though, you know, we're gonna pull out some wins. We're gonna get a win this week. Let's take it 1 week at a time, though. You know, that's how it's got to be, because like I said, I mean, obviously our best bet is just to win outright, to sweep, and you know, run the table from here on, and you know, get to 10-6. So anyway, I know you guys are gonna like that. I know, you know, most Dolphins want us to go back to the old logos. I actually like the, you know, modern jerseys and the modern logo and stuff. Personally, you know, I like having the modern look, you know, normally, and then I like just bringing back the retro, you know, for a couple games a year. I think, you know, I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, so aside from that, all I really got for you is just some injury updates. They have officially listed Danny Amendola and center Travis Swanson as doubtful. So it looks like they are probably not going to play, you know, but obviously it could change, although they have been listed as doubtful. And when, you know, when players are listed as doubtful, they usually don't play. So Amendola and Swanson probably won't. So we're going to have yet another, you know, yet another backup on the offensive line, and yet another backup at the wide receiver corps. See, that's the thing, guys, is that's part of the reason why I don't understand why people get so upset and are so down, like, on this team and stuff. I mean, sure, we've lost games we should have won. Sure, things haven't gone exactly right, but we're still 5-6 and have a shot to make the playoffs as it stands right now, with, you know, some very winnable games down the stretch, despite the fact that we're on, like, 5th string players. I mean, look, so, you know, continuing on real quick with, you know, the injury report, Parker and Derby are questionable. So if Parker does play, then we're going to have Kenny Stills, who is still, you know, probably not totally 100% from his groin injury. You know, I've had a groin injury, and I know how this can be. Obviously, they have better facilities and recovery, you know, methods and tools and techniques and stuff. So they're better. You know, they heal better, but it's a lingering thing. You know, it stays around for a bit. Anyway, but so we'd have him, we'd have Parker, we'd have Leonte Carew, Bryce Butler, and Isaiah Ford. Now, if Parker doesn't play, Stills would be the only receiver that we started with at the beginning of the year, the only one. And then we'd have Carew, Bryce Butler, and Isaiah Ford, and then, well, we have, Mike Gesicki and Durham Smythe. We have Nick O'Leary. We've got, Drake, who can contribute in the passing game and stuff. So there are options, but I mean, again, it's been the injuries, guys. That's been the primary thing. And I generally am the, choose to look on the bright side kind of person, but really when you look at it, with all the injuries that we've had, considering we are on like fucking fifth string guys at some positions, and some important ones like our offensive line, that's huge. We've succeeded quite well. And think about it, we were only, according to odds makers, expected to only win maybe 5 games this year, and we're there right now with several, still a few, I don't want to call them easy, but, there are a few wins, like the 2 games against Buffalo, Jacksonville, when we play them at home, they're not doing very well. They're sucking this year. And it has, they finally benched Blake Bortles. I mean, come on. So, there's definitely opportunities for us to do better than what was expected of us at the beginning of the year by all odds makers and national media. So that's what I'm saying, guys. There's no reason to be so down on this team and start being like, oh, we need to fire everybody. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Things are actually going all right. They're not going as well as we would have wanted them to go, obviously. I'm not saying that. There's been a lot of mess and there's been a lot of crap that's happened this year, but the primary, cause for our distress is the injuries. And despite that, despite being the most injured team in the league, despite having 10 plus guys on injured reserve, despite only having one of our receivers from the starting lineup, despite fucking, at one point the only offensive player that we had on the offensive line men that we had from the start of the season was Jesse Davis, when Jerron James and Laramie Tunsil had come out for those short stints, and Jesse Davis, I believe, is the only player on offense, if I remember correctly, I thought about this the other day, the only single player, the one player on the entire offense that either did not go to IR or spent time out of the game injured or is playing injured. Everybody else is either on IR, currently out of the lineup because of injury, or playing at less than 100%. Who knows? Maybe he is even banged up. But so I mean, it just goes to the point. Anyway, with that said, guys, I don't want to drag this on too long because I've given you all the information I need to for now. So I'm going to go ahead and send you off to this press conference. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed my show. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Hit the bell also if you want the alerts. Share this with your friends and family. Make sure you leave your questions, comments, and concerns in the comment section. Of course, obviously, like I've said, tons of times, guys, I love interacting with you. So please do that. And of course, also follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. With that, guys, I'm out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.
We'll be able to work on some stuff tomorrow, see how he feels. So
he thinks he's good to go.
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't talked to him yet because he's always going to tell me that. It's like in the game, he said he was all right. So
you think you might take him to a workout Sunday morning?
we'll see where we are tomorrow.
And with Travis?
He didn't do anything in practice today. It's a wait and see. So we'll get to Sunday and figure it out.
I'm not asking who you're going to play at slot receiver if you had to, but who do you have that can? Who do you have that you think?
Really, all of them can do something, but I mean, we got enough packages to mix all these guys around between receivers, tight ends, running backs, all those type of things. So we'll just have to have more guys doing it. It won't be just one guy.
And I'm doing something on scout teams and how they operate and how they help you guys prepare. How often do you see a guy on the scout team catch your eye and really make plays? Like a few times a year?
Well, I mean, offensively, it's a little easier, because guys are, getting, either catches or getting a chance to run the ball. I think Balaj, especially at the beginning of the year, he really was flashing and having some big runs and doing really, really good things. And the one I think back to is being in Denver, Brandon Marshall, the linebacker. That's where he really started. We got him from Jacksonville, and he frustrated anybody that he went against. I know Sean always thought he was tough. He was the one linebacker that could go out on Julius and give him problems. Peyton was a huge fan of his, where we would do something one week. If we tried to do something similar the next week, he would be calling out our plays, and it would drive us nuts because we felt like we couldn't get the as good of work because he knew what our stuff was. So he really used that time and developed, and when he got his opportunity, he made the most of it, and he's had a really good career.
How do you know when your scout team is effective? Like, do you see that on Sunday that your team reacts to looks pretty well, or how do you know?
I think it's more about really if guys are in the spots that we need them to be in and are playing the coverages the way that we need to, because it's not always the same as what we do. So there's some things that they have to adjust to, maybe some things that they haven't played before. And when you start getting the right looks and you can see it on tape that it looks close to what we're actually seeing from the other team.
Have you been happy with the discipline of this team by and large this year?
Yeah, I mean, these guys just work. They get to the office, and they just grind.
And on Sundays?
Yeah, I mean, they try to do everything we ask them to do. I mean, we're not close to being perfect by any means, but like last week, and you watch the film and you see the effort. Guys are whatever they have, they're giving it.
Alright guys, you've reached the end of my video. This is the end of the interviews. I hope you enjoyed those. I hope you enjoyed my show. Also, as a whole, if you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Make sure you hit the like button. And please share your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. I love interacting with you guys. It's for you. This is for you. And also follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. It's on the end screen. My Twitter handle is on the end screen if you need to know it. And with that, guys, I'm out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.